What if there were a single psychological key that, once you turn it, switches on a woman's instinct to lean in, listen closer, and start investing in you, without you chasing, pleasing, or performing tricks? If I told you that key is not a line, not a look, not even your looks, but a principle you can apply tonight, would you have the discipline to use it? Listen carefully. The psychological key to female attraction is calibrated, composed leadership, what evolutionary psychologists describe as a blend of status signals and warmth, what persuasion science calls authority plus liking, and what the Stoics would have recognized as ruling your inner state while guiding the outer situation. Apply this, and you don't get lucky. You get intentional. You stop trying to impress and start expressing direction, standards, and steadiness. Women aren't scanning you for perfection. They're scanning for orientation. Do you know who you are, what you value, and where you're going? And can you carry both your own tension and hers without collapsing? If the answer becomes yes in your voice, your body language, your choices, and your boundaries, attraction stops being random. It becomes predictable. Start with this. Attraction responds to tension properly held, not drama, tension. The slight uncertainty that says, this man won't crumble, he can handle life, he can handle me. Research across mating psychology from David Buss to Helen Fisher shows that women accurately detect cues of resourcefulness, reliability, and social competence, but equally, they're attuned to warmth and prosocial intent. Attraction isn't to the loudest guy. It's to the man who can lead without forcing, desire without clinging, and challenge without disrespect. That means before you speak, your nervous system must be calmer than the environment. Your eye contact must be warmer than your words must be simpler than your thoughts, and your decisions must be cleaner than your excuses. When you hold that tension, confident but not needy, available but not overeager, you broadcast the exact mix that female psychology intuitively relaxes into: strength that doesn't threaten and warmth that doesn't submit. Today, you're going to install that mix, and you're going to apply it in conversation, texting, first dates, and longer dynamics so you can stop guessing and start leading. Understand the frame. In social dynamics, frame is the meaning you bring to the moment. In attraction, frame is king. If you carry the frame, you lead the dance. If you chase her frame, you become background music. A powerful frame is simple. I move from my values. I choose my pace. I protect my peace. I extend invitation, not supplication. You don't perform for approval, you filter for alignment. That shift alone reorders your micro-behaviors. Instead of asking, what do I say to make her like me? You ask, what do I reveal to see if she's compatible with me? That change converts anxiety into curiosity, and curiosity keeps your energy playful and present. Women feel that. It's the difference between a man seeking validation and a man selecting resonance. The first drains, the second magnetizes. Calibrated, composed leadership is how you operationalize that selection. There are 3 pillars to make this practical: clarity, composure, and calibration. Clarity means you carry defined standards and a direction that doesn't wobble when someone attractive enters your field. Composure means you regulate your physiology under social pressure, so your eyes, voice, and timing transmit ease. Calibration means you read context, notice her cues, and adjust pace without losing direction. Stack these and you become the rare combination of assertiveness and empathy. That combination is the psychological sweet spot of female attraction. Assertiveness signals you can move things forward. Empathy signals you won't bulldoze her reality. When those two live together in one man, a woman's guard lowers while her interest rises, because you feel both safe and exciting. Let's build clarity first. Take 60 seconds right now and define 3 non-negotiables you require from the women you date. Traits you respect, not cosmetics you crave. For example, emotional accountability, reciprocal effort, and kindness under stress. Write them. These are not proclamations you throw at her, they're filters you apply to yourself. If you value emotional accountability, you communicate your feelings without blame. If you value reciprocal effort, you stop overfunctioning in the first place. If you value kindness under stress, you stay measured when logistics go wrong and watch how she treats service staff, time, and your boundaries. This matters because every woman is testing, consciously or not, whether your standards are real. If you backpedal on your own values the moment attraction spikes, you just signaled the opposite of leadership. You signaled you can be negotiated out of yourself. There is nothing less attractive than a man who betrays himself quickly. Establish a three-line identity you can say in one breath. Who you are, what you're building, and the kind of energy you invite. Then live it. The script isn't for her, it's to align you. Now, composure. Attraction evaluates your nervous system. Is it spiking? Is it sluggish? Is it steady with range? Women are exquisitely sensitive to state. You can't fake a steady state for long, but you can train it. Before any social interaction, drop your shoulders, exhale longer than you inhale, and lower your voice by half a tone on the outbreath. That single adjustment reduces vocal tension and communicates presence. Keep your eye contact at roughly a 60-40 rule. 60% when you speak, 40% when she speaks, so you don't stare her down or vanish. Slow your pace until your words match the tempo of a calm heartbeat. Pause on your own terms, especially after making a statement. Silence is a leadership tool. People follow the person who's comfortable with space. If anxiety surges, name the environment to yourself. Bright lights, loud music, new faces. That shift from me to this prevents self-attack. Composure is not being emotionless, it's being unshakable in motion. Calibration is social intelligence in action. It's reading cues without surrendering direction. Notice her micro-investments. Does she ask you follow-up questions, mirror your posture, or reopen threads you left half-complete? These are green lights. Notice, too, micro-withdrawals. Shorter answers, looking over your shoulder, closing body angles. That's a yellow light, not a red. Calibrate by changing the channel. Pivot to a new topic with energy. Shift location, or introduce a light challenge that re-engages playfulness. If engagement stays low, lead the exit gracefully. Leadership includes knowing when to end the interaction on a high note and leave a clean imprint. You're not extracting attention, you're curating a moment. When you calibrate like this, you model the exact safety women seek. A man who senses and steers. Now apply the key in conversation. Use a simple structure that I call claim, invite, challenge, reveal. First, claim a perspective about the scene you're both in. This place has the strangest playlist. It's like the DJ is indecisive and I respect it. That's a light claim. It anchors you as a man with a point of view. Second, invite her in with a specific, low-friction prompt. What would you switch it to for the next 3 minutes? Specificity beats, so what do you do? Because it focuses attention on the moment you share. Third, introduce a playful challenge to create tension without hostility. If you say, all-time classics, I'll assume you mean karaoke anthems, and that's dangerous. That's not teasing her identity, it's teasing the situation. Finally, reveal a bit of your world that hints at depth. I keep a 3-song rotation for any mood. It keeps me from doom-scrolling playlists. Reveal, not overshare. Claim, invite, challenge. Reveal turns small talk into dynamic talk without performing tricks. It demonstrates leadership. You set frames. Warmth, you invite. Polarity, you challenge playfully. And depth, you reveal. Your words are only half. Your delivery is the other half. Keep your sentences short at the start of an interaction. As comfort builds, lengthen your thoughts. Vary your tone slightly at the end of sentences to avoid sounding like you're seeking permission. Replace auto-approval fillers. If that's okay, unless you don't want to, with grounded closures. Makes sense. We'll try it for 10 minutes. If she disagrees, smile and acknowledge the difference without flinching. Good. You'd be boring if you agreed with everything. This communicates that disagreement doesn't threaten your connection, another attraction amplifier. Now let's align with research-backed triggers, used ethically. Social proof matters. Women, like men, notice who is noticed. This isn't about staging fake popularity. It's about being visibly embedded in a real life. Arrive with positive energy, greet people by name, show you remember details, and be gracious with staff. This project's affiliative status, leadership plus warmth. Competence attracts, show it by making micro-decisions. Pick a table, choose a flight of tastes, or suggest a short walk for better noise levels. Micro-decisions signal macro capability. Scarcity is real but must be honest. You have a full life. You can't linger forever. Time box interactions early. I've got 5 minutes before I rejoin my people. And you'll paradoxically get more engagement. Commitment and consistency work both ways. Anchor what she says. If she mentions she values curiosity, loop it later. You just asked a perfect curiosity question. You pass your own test. This aligns with Cialdini's principles without manipulation. Arousal misattribution, the classic finding that heightened states can be misread as attraction, suggests that dynamic contexts help. You don't need a suspension bridge, but moving from standing to a quiet corner to a short stroll does more than static chatter. It stacks novelty, which supports dopamine and attention. Touch must be calibrated and consensual. Start with contextually normal micro-touch, light tap on the elbow to pivot, a brief side hug on greeting if it naturally fits, a palm-to-palm high five after a shared joke. Watch for reciprocation. If she initiates touch or lingers, green light. If she freezes or withdraws, that's a stop. Leadership respects signals without sulking. The moment you use touch to force attention, you kill attraction and trust. Real confidence can wait. Appearance is leverage, not identity. Fit your clothes. Tailoring beats brands. Keep a clean silhouette. Well-fitted dark denim or chinos, structured jacket, simple crew or Henley that frames your chest and neck, shoes that are polished or intentionally clean. Grooming is non-negotiable. Hair that suits your head shape, nails trimmed, skin hydrated, and a signature scent applied lightly at pulse points. Scent anchors memory in the limbic system. Choose notes that read as adult, woods, spice, or clean citrus, never a cloud that announces insecurity. Your watch, your belt, and your shoes should live in the same aesthetic family. Visual coherence signals psychological coherence. Your voice is a direct line to instinct. Read aloud for 5 minutes daily from a physical book to train articulation and breath endurance. On the day of a date or event, hum lightly through your range, then speak on the exhale to remove throat tension. Enunciate consonants and land vowels. Avoid going up at the end of declarative sentences unless you're asking a real question. When you ask clean. What do you think? Not, what do you think, like, I don't know, maybe? That single discipline shifts how women feel around you, from managing your insecurity to relaxing into your lead. Texting is a logistics tool, not your stage. Attraction dies in long text threads, because walls of text put you in prove and perform energy. Keep your messages crisp and purposeful. Open with a callback to a real moment you shared. You were right about the coffee spot. They roasted my eyebrows off. And then lead. Wednesday, 7:30, 30 minutes of dangerously good espresso, then a walk. I'll handle the first part. You pick the street we get lost on. 2 texts. If she's engaged, she'll play. If she's not, you won't manufacture engagement by sending essays. Never negotiate attraction over text. Keep it light, specific, and forward-moving. If she tests your frame, why so specific? You smile. Structure creates freedom. Worst case, we hate it and bail at 8:01. Humor plus structure is irresistible. If she flake texts once, give a clean reframe. No stress, let's keep it simple. Another time or never is fine. Then go live your life. Abundance isn't a speech, it's your calendar. On the date, design an arc. Part 1. Novelty and movement. Choose a venue with sensory character. Lighting, music at conversation level, standing options. Stand or perch for the first 10 minutes. Movement reduces first date stiffness. Part 2. Seated depth for 20 to 30 minutes, where you run claim, invite, challenge, reveal with richer content. Trade stories? No. Trade frameworks. Ask, what skill did you learn the hard way last year? What problem do you solve for the people you care about? Questions like these pull her identity forward without interrogating her biography. Part 3. Micro-adventure. Short walk, browse a bookstore corner, drop by a dessert window, or sit on a quiet bench. Keep it short. You want to leave with an imprint of momentum, not depletion. When you end with direction. I enjoyed your contrarian take on weekends. I'm free Sunday late afternoon for a walk and a badly judged ice cream. If you're the same, say 6:30. That's clarity plus invitation, not a petition. When objections appear, lead with empathy and reframe. If she says, let's keep it friendly, you breathe, smile. I hear you. I've enjoyed our vibe as it is, and I'm not pushing it. If it naturally leans romantic for either of us later, we'll say so. Meanwhile, honesty is attractive. That response holds your desire without pressure and respects her current line. If she says she's seeing someone, you reply, "I appreciate the clarity. Keep being straight. It looks good on you." You just demonstrated boundary honor, which is attractive on every timeline. If she says, "I'm not sure," then you cut ambiguity with kindness. Let's not force it. I'd rather remember the good energy than stretch a maybe. That's leadership. It protects your standards and your time. The deepest lever is purpose. Women sense when a man's mission precedes his need. Purpose does not mean you must be a CEO. It means you are actively building something beyond the next hit of attention. Your body, your craft, your network, your mind, your contribution. Self-determination. Theory shows that people thrive on autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Live those three and your baseline attractiveness rises. Autonomy. Say no to misaligned plans and yes to your training, your reading, your creative work. Competence. Sharpen one visible skill, speaking, design, cooking, music, sport, and let it be seen occasionally without turning it into performance. Relatedness. Cultivate meaningful male friendships where iron sharpens iron. When you're resourced by your life, you don't seek a woman to fill your emptiness. You invite her to amplify your fullness. That energetic difference is obvious and it's magnetic. Let's drop in a rapid-fire set of do's that refine your presence immediately. Speak in statements more than disclaimers. Replace sorry with thank you for waiting. When you agree, do it specifically. I like that you value early mornings. It says discipline. When you disagree, do it playfully. I reject your thesis and your coffee order, but I'm open to revision. Stop asking interview questions. Start asking opinion questions that let her flex identity. When she offers a strong view, don't flatten it. Ask for the story behind it. Hold your phone face down or out of sight. If you must check something, name it. I'm confirming the venue closes in 15. Then it's all eyes back on you. Preempt awkwardness by narrating transitions. Let's migrate to quieter territory. I want to hear the end of your point. Elevate strangers around you. Compliment the barista's speed, not just the drink. That social grace radiates outward. Tip well and effortlessly. Lead tipping like you lead the night. Now the pitfalls that silently ruin attraction. Over-disclosure is not vulnerability, it's self-abandonment. Vulnerability is shared judiciously to build connection, not to outsource regulation. Complaining is a tax on desire. It signals you leak responsibility. Sarcasm aimed at others is read as future cruelty aimed at her. Keep your edge playful, not bitter. Covert contracts, doing favors with hidden expectations, poison polarity. If you give cleanly. If you want, ask cleanly. If you need, meet your own need first. Resentment cannot coexist with attraction. Jealousy performances, trying to spike her interest by making her insecure, are adolescent. Show social proof by being social, not by manufacturing triangles. And the biggest, performing alpha. Real strength is quiet, generous, and amused. If your frame collapses when challenged, it wasn't a frame. It was a costume. Work the body-mind connection daily. Training 3 times a week is minimum. Move your body as if your future depends on it, because it does. Strength training increases posture integrity, which changes your nonverbal aura. Conditioning improves complexion and energy. Walk 10,000 steps, take phone calls on foot. Eat like you respect yourself. Protein-forward, whole foods, hydration, and micronutrients. Sleep is not optional. It is your hormonal foundation for confidence. The attractive man is not tired and wired, he's charged and grounded. Meditation? Yes. 10 minutes of attention training makes you less reactive and more responsive, a cornerstone of composure. Journaling? Yes. Write 1 page. What you did well socially today, what you'll tune tomorrow, and 1 boundary you held. That practice creates a feedback loop between intention and action, which is how you become consistent. Let's get tactical with a same-day application plan. In the next 2 hours, pick a venue where conversation is natural. Dress clean and fitted. Before you walk in, state your micro-mission aloud. I'm here to enjoy my night, add value to 2 strangers, and practice claim, invite, challenge, reveal 3 times. Order confidently, compliment the staff, and open a light conversation with the person on your left or right with a claim about the environment and an invite. Keep it brief. You're building momentum. After your first rep, step away for 30 seconds and slow your breathing. Notice what you did well. Maybe you paused, maybe you connected a thread, then do a second rep. Reject perfectionism. Pursue repetitions. If you meet a woman you find attractive, remember, you are not here to extract a win. You are here to express your frame, read her cues, and lead a mini-arc. If it clicks, lead the logistics. I've got 10 minutes and want to hear your insane travel rule. Let's steal that corner. If it doesn't click, exit clean. Good talk, enjoy your night. The number or the date is a byproduct of how well you hold tension and direction. You can apply this today because attraction rewards behavior, not overthinking. When you do get the number, set a clean frame within 24 hours with a call or a crisp text that references a real spark. Avoid falling into an approval loop where you keep pinging for reassurance. If she delays, you delay even more. Mirroring investment is not a game. It's how adults protect momentum from dying. If a plan falls through, make one more attempt with equivalent or higher quality. If effort remains asymmetrical, you exit. That exit isn't punishment, it's preservation of your standard. The man who can walk away with warmth is the man women don't want to lose. Inside relationships, the key doesn't change, it deepens. Continue combining authority and warmth. You initiate plans, you remain curious, you state your needs cleanly, and you invite her needs openly. You remain unpredictable in ways that are safe. New experiences, new angles of conversation, new growth in your own life. Gottman's research on enduring relationships shows that bids for connection matter. Respond to hers and make your own. Keep flirting. Keep challenging gently. Keep revealing in layers. Maintain your life outside unity. Fusion kills polarity. And never stop earning your own respect. A woman may admire your past, but she loves your present and invests in your trajectory. Keep moving. For the stoic layer, the engine that keeps your leadership unbreakable, practice these 3 disciplines. First, premeditatio malorum. Imagine small social setbacks in advance. A tease that falls flat, a venue that's too loud, a rainstorm on a walk, and decide how you'll respond with humor and direction. When the moment arrives, you'll feel prepared, not betrayed. Second, dichotomy of control. You don't control her attraction. You control your state, your choices, and your standards. You win every night you practice these. The outcomes will accumulate. Third, voluntary discomfort. Do one thing daily that stretches your social edge. Start a conversation in line, give a genuine compliment, ask a challenging question, so your nervous system learns that discomfort is your arena, not your enemy. The man who trains discomfort becomes the man women feel safe exploring life with. Let's sharpen your conversational content with 10 high-leverage prompts you can use anywhere because they reveal identity, not resume. Try them naturally, not as an interrogation. What do you optimize your mornings for? What skill are you quietly proud of? What's a hill you used to die on that you've since abandoned? What do your close friends come to you for? What's an unpopular opinion you hold that you can defend? What is a small luxury that makes your week better? What's a promise you keep to yourself when you're tired? What would your ideal Sunday actually look like? What's the last thing you changed your mind about and why? What are you building this season that your future self will thank you for? Each one gives her an opportunity to step into a richer version of herself with you. You're not just extracting facts, you're inviting meaning. That is irresistibly attractive because it's rare. If you need a simple opener that works almost anywhere because it's grounded in environment and play, here are a few you can deploy today. I'm taking a quick survey. This place plays better music at the wrong volume. Agree or disagree? You look like you'd veto half the menu and be right. What's the landmine item here? Quick help. We're choosing which corner has the best lighting for questionable photos. Point us to our doom. Notice the pattern. A claim, a playful frame, an invite. You can do this with whatever environment you're in. Just keep the energy light and the body language open. One foot angled away so she never feels trapped, shoulders relaxed, smile ready. When you compliment, do it on choices, not genetics. I like how you own that color. Lands far better than "you're pretty," because it respects agency. When you notice behavior, reward it. You ask sharp questions, that's rare. When she shares something vulnerable, hold it with care and gratitude. Don't therapize or minimize. If you misstep, own it fast and clean. That came out wrong. Let me rewind. Repair increases trust more than pretending perfection. If you're tempted to copy tactics from the internet that promise instant results, remember, women feel when a man is running a script he doesn't believe. Techniques are only as powerful as the man using them. Build the man first, the one who can regulate himself, read context, and lead with clarity. The mystery-era sequence of Attract, Comfort, Seduce had one enduring truth buried beneath the theater. Pace matters. Move too fast and you bulldoze. Move too slow and you dissolve. Calibrated leadership is the pacing mechanism. It's why seasoned men never rush and never stall. They escalate by inches, not leaps, and they do it with a smile. Let me give you a tight daily protocol to hardwire this key. Morning, 10 minutes of attention training, 10 of mobility or breath work, then speak your 3 non-negotiables and your 3-line identity aloud. Afternoon, 1 social repetition. Start 1 conversation with a stranger using claim, invite, challenge, reveal. Evening, journal 1 page on standards held, tension managed, and a calibration you'll improve tomorrow. Twice a week, call a friend and practice out loud. Yes, out loud. Your voice pacing and your transitions. Once a week, plan and run a micro-adventure date that includes movement, seated depth, and a short closing arc. Protect your sleep, train your body, clean your inputs. In 30 days, your baseline presence will be undeniably different, and women will respond before you even open your mouth. If you're already seeing someone, apply the key by leading variety and structure. Set 1 spontaneous plan and 1 cozy ritual each week. Spontaneity keeps the spark. Ritual builds safety. Keep the flirtation alive in micro moments. Whisper a joke when others can't hear it. Brush her shoulder as you pass. Send a midday voice note with 1 vivid image from your day. When conflict arises, lead with curiosity before correction. Help me understand the part that stung for you, then state your need cleanly. I need plans honored once made. If something shifts, I need a heads up. That mix of empathy and edge intensifies attraction inside commitment. Finally, remember this law. Attraction rewards men who can walk into any room and raise the quality of attention without demanding to be the center of it. You become that man by practicing calibrated, composed leadership until it becomes your default nervous system setting. You don't chase, you invite, you don't over-explain, you state, you don't pressure, you pace, you don't perform. You presence. Today, apply it. Stand a little taller. Slow your breath. Claim the moment you're in. Invite play. Challenge lightly. Reveal a layer. Lead the logistics. Exit clean when it's time. Repeat. The psychological key has always been in your pocket. Turn it now and watch how the room begins to turn toward you.